Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Genuine Podcast. I hope you all have been well. I currently have been having, honestly, just a rough month. I've just been going through a lot with my mental health, to be honest, and I'm trying to figure out how to get through it, and I'm not sure how long it's gonna take, but just to let you guys know, just to be real with all of you, it's just been a hard month with school, and I've just been having like very overwhelming thoughts, and yeah, that's really it. But for today's podcast, though, we are going to talk about fitness. So I have Jerry actually on the line already. So Jerry, how are you?
Yo, Jerry here. Pretty good, honestly. Um, Feeling pretty good. So that's all I have to say.
That's good. Besides like the stomach ache or what?
Oh, come on, you didn't have to tell him that.
Oh, sorry. Jerry took a Tums right now. He's not feeling
Two,
too great.
two.
Two? Oh, okay. I don't like Tums. They taste like nasty.
Uh, nah, dude, they're pretty good. And a while ago, I had some that were like more candy-ish. I don't know, but I would eat those every day.
Interesting. I remember taking Tums once and I just felt like it was just gonna make me throw up.
Oh man, no, I cannot relate.
Yeah, which is like the opposite of what it's supposed to
What
do.
they're yeah.
But I rather take Pepto Bismol. I mean, that sounds like an old lady thing. Somebody told me that, but I love Pepto Bismol. It's like my go to instead of like Tums or something.
For me, Pepto Bismol's cool. There's another one. It could be the same thing, but I'm not sure. In Spanish, it's called Milanta. It's like white. Damn, I don't know if that's the same thing, but I kind of actually like the taste of that one. But yeah, man.
Milanta?
So Milanta, yeah,
Is there like a specific color or like a smell or
yeah. It's just
something?
like white. It kind of smells like maybe a little. Well, how could I describe it, man? I don't know. Maybe minty.
Minty?
Yeah, it's like minty.
I've never heard of Milanta.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Well,
interesting. Well, learned something new. But
yep.
all right, let's get into the podcast though. I'm actually really excited for this one. So for the first question, what do you do to stay fit?
All right. Who wants to go first?
You could go first.
You have a longer story. Oh wait. Huh. Never mind. Um, for me, I just stay in the gym. Really, try to go 5, 6 times a week. Hit different body parts each time, of course, and don't really do a lot of like cardio or any of that. Mostly just weights. And um, does fit also count as like eating?
I mean, I was thinking more physical.
Just activity, right? Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could
Yeah.
mention diet too, because maybe that also does play a role in it. I mean, as well.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to
Yeah,
mention
but
that.
yeah, definitely just gym. I used to enjoy going on hikes. It's kind of been a while, but yeah, I'd say primarily just gym. And you?
Okay. Okay. Right on. Um, for me to stay fit, I mean, I've been all over the place with my fitness, but as of recently, I do weightlifting. I go to the gym just like Jerry. I also have been doing more swimming recently just because it's getting a little bit warmer. So I also like to maintain my skills in swimming and just being able to have that kind of endurance. I mean, if I don't swim, I mean, I still do cardio. I really like doing the elliptical. That's kind of my thing. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. I know some people really, really like Soul Cycle. So I feel like that's something that I could relate it to. Like, I put I put EDM music and I romanticize that I'm at a rave. And I honestly, I probably look so crazy on the elliptical because I'm like throwing my head around and stuff and I'm headbanging. But yeah,
Bro,
I really enjoy
I've
the
never heard of
elliptical.
that.
And I do the
Never.
stairmaster. So I tend definitely to gravitate towards more the elliptical, but I'll do the stairmaster too. That's kind of it.
Super rad.
Yeah. All right. Next question. What is your history with fitness and why did you start?
All right, actually, for this one, I want you to go first.
Okay. My history with fitness and why did I start? Well, I've always been fit. I did swimming when I was 5. Well, that's when I started competing. I guess I've always like been swimming. Um and then I retired when I was 19. So after that, I was like, well, I got to do something to still stay fit. So I ended up going to the gym and well, also with swimming, I also did kind of more of like CrossFit training. They just call it dry land. So that's kind of what I would do. But going back to the gym part though, yeah, I just got really into the gym after I stopped competing. So that's just kind of what I do. I mean, I still swim, but nothing as crazy as before. So that's kind of what my history of fitness has been.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Um,
your turn.
damn. Well, I will say, I don't know, swimming's freaking tough, dude. So yeah, it's kind of a crazy start. So you don't feel like workouts now compared to that?
I mean, definitely like weight training is a lot different than swimming. Swimming, it
Yeah.
just kind of feels like my guts are burning, and
Oh man.
it's just like a different type of exhaustion. I mean, I still have like a lot of the muscle memory when I do the swimming, but I did it recently and I hadn't swam in like a month and I was like, "Oh my god, I feel like I'm going to drown. Like I don't know how to swim." But um yeah, it's just a different feeling for sure cuz when I'm lifting, I'm getting more of a pump, I guess.
Right, right.
So that I guess that's how I would differentiate like more of the feeling.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as for me, my history is also all over the place. Um, I started. I didn't really start till like the pandemic time. Maybe like 2021 ish is when I got more dedicated. But yeah, as a kid, I would every now and then I'd be like, oh, let me get on the elliptical, and just thinking I'm gonna get skinny real quick because I grew up like a little fat kid, and so I tried this and that every now and then, but I never stuck to it. It was until I got older that I was like, I finally got started in my backyard. I had my little weights. I got a little bench, and I would just work out back there every day. I was super, super committed. Um, I eventually went to Planet Fitness, stuck around there for a bit, and then now I am where I am now. Uh, and why did I start? I think I started for the same reason every dude does, for female attention. Oh yeah. You just want to. I don't know. You just want to look good. You want the confidence that comes with, knowing your body looks good. And I mean, there's other little reasons too. Obviously, when I was younger, I was fat, so it's kind of like, I kind of made it from that to this. So I kind of look at it like that too. So yeah,
Did you really do it for female attention?
definitely. Kind of this little thing I remember. I always think back to because this was before I started lifting, but I remember I used to have like girlfriends, and they'd mention like, "Oh, like that guy has a really good body." They'd be saying things like that, and I'm like, "Damn, I want girls to say that about me too." So that was definitely one of the main reasons. Actually, now that I think about it, I was also probably sad about some girl at the time. So that's probably another reason I started. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get super ripped. So yeah.
All right, but cool. Uh,
Yeah.
do you have someone who motivates you to work out?
Ooh, real quick, because I don't have that long an answer. I think I'm just gonna do pop in real quick. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I kind of don't. Um, really, no one really motivates me. There's not someone I'm like, um, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really. As I don't. I hope this doesn't sound like egotistical or anything, but I just feel like I am my own motivation. Like, I do it because I want to see, my results, yeah, just I want to look better. I want to get stronger, but I can't really say there's someone that motivates me, unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, I don't think that's egotistical. I mean, I think I'm kind of the
The
same
same.
way
Mm,
because I've just done it for so long that I've already had that motivation to stay fit as I've gotten older. But
hmm.
I guess in terms of like when I did stop swimming and I started going to the gym, I mean, I swam, I did like more of like CrossFit training. So I knew how to work out, but I didn't know how to like seriously weightlift. Like there were machines that I didn't know how to do. I remember like when I first started, I actually was intimidated to go to like where all the benches are because there was just like nothing but men, and of course the gym is dominated by men. So I just felt like, oh my god, I'm over here with like my little 10-pound weights. Like I shouldn't be over here. Like I'm taking up space, you know? And
Oh man.
yeah, that is how I felt. But I think I mean there's like different points for different people motivated me to a certain extent. Like my first boyfriend kind of motivated me a little bit more to gym, I guess, like learn more about the gym, just because he definitely had more knowledge than me of how to use the machines and stuff like that. So in a sense he did motivate me more to just learn different exercises and whatnot. And I don't want to say that when we broke up I was going through like a whole thing. I know I'm like starting to go on a rant now, but um I knew that I really wanted to be a personal trainer, and in that sense it definitely kind of pushed me to become one and just to learn how to really gym. So, yeah, I would probably say my ex was one of the first persons, I guess, to kind of motivate me more in terms of the gym, but more so now. There's a lot of ladies that I look up to because I'm really interested in bodybuilding now. So one of them is Raven. Shout out Raven. Um,
Yo, shout out Raven.
shout out Raven. She's so awesome. She was the first bodybuilding show I ever went to go see, and she was obviously competing in the show, and I really wanted to support her, and I was just so amazed seeing like all these really ripped people, like all these men and women, and it's just so incredible to just see like what their bodies like capable of doing, you know? And it's just very inspiring. And there's another girl at my gym. Her name is Angel. Shout out to Angel. She also has competed. I haven't gotten a chance to see her compete, but just seeing her progress and where she started and where she is now, it's very inspiring. And there's one more person I do want to mention. Her name is Vera.
Oh
She
yeah, yeah, shout out her.
Yeah, shout out Vera. She's on the older side, and there's different categories in bodybuilding, and she's more in like, I don't know exactly the actual number, but there's something like in the fixed like 50s to 60s range. I don't know exactly what the number is, but she's up there, and it's so incredible to see someone her age be so fit and look so good and be so strong. And she inspires me a lot to want to take care of my health and be able to move just as good as her when I get to her age.
Super, super yes, frick. Anyway, Your little shout out section actually, how would I put it? It made me think about someone who actually does motivate me. So just a quick shout out to William. William, I miss you. All right, that's it.
Okay. Um for you know what? No, I'm not gonna say anything.
What? All right.
I was, but oh my god. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
I'll just leave that. But next question. What motivates you to stay on top of your fitness?
Ooh,
You could go
go
first.
ahead. What?
Okay, I'll go first. What motivates me to stay on top of my fitness is I think just mostly I want to take care of my physical health. Like I just want to be able to be active still and just still have like a good amount of strength that I did previously like when I swam, and health is wealth. I mean, that's just like what really motivates me. Like most of the US is overweight and obese, and I just don't want to ever fall in that category. Like whenever I have kids someday, I really want to be an example to show them that taking care of your health is so important, and obviously I would want my partner to feel the same way. So, yeah, I guess that's ultimately what motivates me is just I I just want to live a healthy life is all. I guess that's really it.
Definitely, I agree with that part, and it's something that has always been on my mind. Really, like being a role model to my kids. You know, making sure they're eating good. They want to be physically active because even for me as a kid, I was a little chunkster. I ate Oreos. I didn't have any self control when it came to that, so I'd be downing boxes, bags of chips, and it was a whole thing. I wasn't physically active, so being like a jacked dad, that'd be super cool. Your kids are gonna be, you don't have to like be like, yo, Jimmy, go work out, dude. They'll see you and they'll kind of maybe want to gravitate. Like, how can I be like my pops? You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. But yeah, to my real motivation, like the one I have currently, I'd say similarly to my last response, just uh, seeing the numbers go up, seeing my body improve slowly over time, and that's what's really keeping me pushing at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
I mean, I get that too. But actually, I do want to add on to like what motivates me to stay on top of it. You had mentioned that, well, I guess I mentioned it first that, I want to be
Mhm.
able to show my kids how important it is to have a healthy lifestyle. But I don't know what it is. I know there's some study out there that says, like, if you as a parent are working out, like you have a pretty healthy lifestyle, your kids are going to look up to you and they will more likely be healthy and be in shape if that's what you do. Like if you show that as an example. I don't know what study
Right,
that
right.
is, but I just know there is like a study out there that says that.
Okay,
That says something like that.
okay. I didn't know that, honestly. I don't know. I just kind of went off like my reasoning. I was like, if my kid sees me super jacked, he's probably gonna want to be jacked as well. So,
Yeah. Okay, next question. Who or what is your dream body slash physique?
ooh, I'm actually really interested to hear yours. Do you have one?
I honestly don't know if I have a dream body or physique. I mean, I definitely like seeing the girls who do bodybuilding. Like I just love like how strong that they look and everything. So, I don't know if there's like a particular person, but I guess like in the category of wellness. So, for anybody who doesn't know how like the competitions work for bodybuilding, there's different categories like I said. Bikini is typically like they're really toned, but they're like really petite. Um, so that's like what bikini is more like. And then wellness is they have really big legs and their upper body's like a little bit smaller, but of course like they're still like very muscular and lean. Um, and classic are like the girls that look like men. So they're they're ripped as fuck, you know? And
Oh boy.
then I think there is another category called physique, but I'm not sure what that is. But from what I know, I think that's how the categories are. I could be wrong about one of them, but
Mm,
from my knowledge, I'm pretty sure like that's how, you know, the categories are. But I would definitely want to look like someone who's like competing in wellness. So like their legs are really big. Obviously, like, you know, they're really toned and lean up top, but like compared to their legs, like they're more smaller on top, I guess.
okay. Damn. Yeah, that sounds cool, dude.
What about you?
For me, this one was kind of earlier on when I first started, but it was this rapper who you may or may not know, called XXX Tentacion. And like I remember I was younger and I saw he had, well, on YouTube there would always be like a picture of him with this song in the background, right? So they'd put like these pictures of him with his shirt off, and I was like, bro, I I want to have like his kind of body where it's like he's just lean, super defined six pack, good shoulder, chest development. Nothing really crazy at the time, but yeah, that was definitely like my earlier inspiration. Now I'd probably want to get beefier than him because he probably would still be considered skinny. I mean, he had good muscle on him, but yeah, I'd probably want to be a little bigger than that. But yeah, I think that was definitely who I wanted to look like, physique wise. And I mean, I probably still have some work to even get there, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's mine.
I'm honestly so surprised by that answer. I wasn't expecting you to say a rapper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it wasn't. It was before I'd even like looked into the bodybuilding stuff. Yeah,
Can I ask like how long ago that was?
probably when I first started, like when I was in my backyard. I think that was before I started watching like bodybuilding ish content. Um, yeah, it was more so when I first started, and I was just like, I just had dumbbells, and I was really into hip hop. And yeah, I was listening to him. I was probably like 19, 18. So
Damn.
yeah,
Damn. That's pretty young too. That's pretty young. Sorry,
yeah, I guess.
I just think it's so interesting that you picked him or that's
Yeah,
who.
yeah.
That's so interesting.
I'm
Okay.
serious, dude. Yeah, that's always been my answer.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How does your fitness affect your mental health?
Ooh. Um, take the wheel.
Take the wheel. Okay. Well, okay, I'm going to talk about like two different points that were in my life because swimming, my mental health at one point was probably like the lowest it has ever been when I was swimming at one point, but I mean, it wasn't always like that. It was just like towards the end of like when I was retiring. But like for the most part, my mental health when I was swimming, I was just super focused. Like I was just a super serious kid and I just knew I had a lot of determination. I had a lot of willpower. I was just really mentally strong. I think I had a lot of mental resilience back then when I was competing, just because I knew that maybe I just had like a really big ego back then when I swam, but I just knew I wasn't a normal kid. I was doing something greater than most people my age at the time. And just, I was just like, people don't understand. They don't understand. Like, they don't know what I'm doing. Like, they had to be in it in order for them to understand. And I mean, like, that was really true. Like, I just went through a lot in terms of competing because obviously like competing and just like going to the gym just to take care of your health is different. Um, but yeah, back then that's what I would say more of like what my mental health was like. But now in terms of after post retirement, I mean it definitely still like helps me with my mental health for the most part. Um, I mean, I'm not someone who like needs to be sad in order to go and hit the gym. I know there's some people are like, "Oh, I just got broken up with. Now it's time to have like a revenge body or something." I don't know. I don't get how those people do that. I can't be sad and work out. Like I have to be like pretty content with my life to be working out. I mean even like, like right now or earlier I said like I'm not doing the best with my mental health right now, but it's still something that helps me get away for a little bit and just to, I guess, have some like a boost of energy in my day, I guess. It does definitely make me feel good, especially if I do like running or not running, but like the elliptical or something. So that's what I would say in terms of my mental health.
All right. Well, um, actually, I'm glad you pointed this out. Like the revenge body, being sad and going to the gym. Actually, I'm kind of the same way because I really also can't work out when I'm like sad or in a bad mood. Um, yeah, it's just no good, no pump. I'm not motivated. Um, I definitely need to be like super wired and feeling super elevated to hit a nice workout. And shoot, what was the question? Oh, mental health. Yeah.
It's how does fitness
Yeah, yeah.
affect your mental health?
Right, right. So honestly, I've kind of had ups and downs with it, honestly, because on one end, fitness is supposed to be this thing where maybe it's looked at as like, oh, it's a thing for you to maybe get some stress out, get some endorphins running through your body. But I think I've definitely been through the point where, maybe I was a little over obsessive and it kind of it became stressful at a point where I was like, okay, I gotta get, I gotta do this tomorrow. I gotta hit this. I gotta stuff my face. And yeah, there was just a time where I really wasn't enjoying it. I was trying to take it too seriously, I guess. And at that time, I just wasn't loving it. I don't know. But like I said, I've had my ups and downs. Right now, where I am, it's what I'm looking forward to the most every day. It's what I've been looking forward to, and but it's definitely like an up and down thing for me. Throughout the years, it's been so. Yeah.
So that period when you said like you were just taking it maybe a little too seriously and it just sounds like it wasn't the best for your mental health at the time. How long
Right.
did that period last?
Oh, honestly, everything's really hazy, so I honestly don't really remember how long that time period was. I know it was probably around the time where I was at Planet, and I guess actually another reason it was kind of affecting my mental health was I guess the lack of results factor that can come of it, especially as a dude. You want to get in there and you want to just get really big real quick. I mean, I was always kind of patient about it, but at a certain point, you're working out with your homies. Your homies are blowing up, and you're not. It's like, damn, what am I doing wrong? So I think there was definitely that component. Uh, but yeah, I don't really remember the time period too well, but I just know it definitely happened.
Okay. And actually I do want to add on to something about like how does fitness affect your mental health? I mean, I don't know if this kind of relates, but I mean just the environment of being there and the people I've met at the gym have definitely benefited my mental health in a good way. So that's something that I would say has been a plus for me in terms of, I guess, fitness.
Yeah, definitely. I think there could definitely be some. It's kind of like a social place to an extent. And so you could definitely make friends there. You can, go there with your friends to socialize, and it could just be this great thing. But I think maybe it's like a mindset thing. If you go in there and you're in the wrong mindset, the gym can potentially be kind of like kind of bad for your mental health. But I think it's definitely uh, it depends on the mentality you're in. You know.
100%. Like I know, for example, like there's a lot of bodybuilders that start developing body dysmorphia,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's obviously not the best for your mental health, but
Yeah.
um yeah, I just wanted to bring that up though.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay.
But our next question, have you ever considered using PEDs?
Do you know what that means?
Yes, I know what that means.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
For anybody who doesn't know what PEDs is, it probably sounds weird that I'm saying it like that.
Yeah.
Or should I be saying like PEDs?
I was gonna put periods to so you could read it like that, but whatever.
Okay, PEDs. Well,
There
it
you
stands
go.
for performance enhancing drugs.
Yes.
So, have you considered using them?
I have a spicy answer, so I actually want you to go first.
Okay, I'll go first. No, I have never considered using
I knew
them.
it.
It's just I don't know. It's just not for me because I do know people who have taken them. Like I know people who don't compete taking them, and I just think like they're wasting their money because unless like you're super serious about being strict on your diet and being, you know, very diligent with how you're working out, there's no point of you taking it if you're not going to do it to maximize your results. Or I guess if you're just like not competing either, there's just no point of you doing it, especially the people that aren't competing. Like you're just wasting your time and you don't look how you should be looking if you're not taking the right steps to, I guess, get to the ideal body that you want if you're taking the steroids, or taking any type of performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah. So actually, I'm kind of surprised to hear that the people that that are taking them, they aren't like super dialed in when it comes to their training and diet. Because I would assume, most people that hop on are people that are very serious, and they got their schedule dialed in, their diet perfect. You know what I mean? And then they have that to give them an extra edge. So I'm kind of surprised to hear that. Now, as for my um, super cool answer, I actually have, especially early on when I was first starting out. I definitely got into like the whole like steroid P.E.D. like pharmacology section of YouTube, and I was just kind of like learning about all these different steroids and how they work. I found it interesting, but it was also something I was considering. I was like, whoa, like But once I heard the side effects and how you can respond to certain ones, I was kind of like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna train and try to be get as good as I can. But I've recently had like I said, this passion for fitness, and I've also heard about how do I put this, man? Like, there's one that's on my mind right now, and it's relatively pretty safe at lower doses, and for maybe like a cycle. You're not really gonna get really bad side effects. It's pretty good, and nothing too crazy. And I may or may not have someone that can supply it. Am I allowed to say that? But yeah. So it's something I'm definitely considering at the moment, but it probably won't be for a while because I'm still getting things dialed in when it comes to my training and diet and all those kinds of things. But yeah, I'd say currently I am kind of considering it.
I don't e-
Thoughts?
I don't I didn't know this was a thing. Okay. Jerry has never
Yeah.
told me this, and
Whoops.
I don't know, I just think that's so shocking. And okay, you know what? My thoughts, what I recommend to you is really just like do your research, Jerry, because even though you're saying like it's just for like one cycle or something really small, I don't
Yeah.
know, like would you really see effects with just one cycle and if it was a really low dosage? Because I may or may not have been talking to somebody did who did do these things, and I just know like they just weren't so locked in, and like you said there's a lot of health risks that go to it. And I think they said like the first time, I don't think they were doing it safely, and they would just inject themselves in their leg, and I think they told me like their leg got infected. And years later, I don't know how much later, like time went on after that, but they did it again and they did it like professionally. And it was during their first cycle. I think they started, not I think, I know they had to get on estrogen blockers like right away. Um, and yeah, it's just, their testosterone levels were starting to go down, and obviously there's just like so many side effects that could happen. And what is it like, of course, like if estrogen starts to go up, then you can start getting like gyno and whatnot, and that's like the opposite of what you're trying to do. So yeah, just really be careful if you're doing it. Don't waste your money because it is expensive. And I just really don't think that you need it though. Like, I don't know. I really recommend you do your research on it.
Okay, so let me pop in here. Um, I've definitely heard about kind of like what you said, the infections that come from injecting yourself. I would also never do something that's injecting out of that fear, and also because I can't see what I'm doing. So I would never do any injecting stuff. The one that's on my mind, which may give it away. I think it's. I'm not sure if it's strictly an oral, but I know it's available in oral form. And yeah, so I would just pop that. It'd be like twice a day. Definitely doing my research though. I can't like just take something, not knowing what the risks are. Just because I'm very health conscious, overly, I'd say, when it comes to like thinking I'm gonna die or something. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be safe about it. And if I do that and do a lot of my research, but thank you for looking out anyway.
Yeah. Now I'm honestly like so concerned now. I'm so concerned,
Ah,
Jerry. But you know
no.
what? You're gonna do what you're gonna do, and if something happens, you're gonna pay the consequences.
Oh
I'm
damn.
not
No,
I'm not
definitely, yeah.
I'm not wishing that upon you, but I'm just saying that, you have to ask yourself like, is it worth it?
Yes. I mean, yeah, I have to ask myself that. Yep.
But anyways, okay, so next question before you stress me out more just thinking about that. Do you have the same passion/motivation for working out as you did before?
Well, do you, Bianca?
Okay, I'll go first. Um, I mean, I definitely still have a lot of motivation and passion to do it just because it's something that's been a big part of my life. So I can't imagine not working out. Like I can't imagine a universe where I wasn't fit and I wasn't active. So I don't know if I would say maybe the willpower is the same just because like it was just so mandatory back like when I swam. Like it was just no, like it was not even a question like if I was going to work out like every single day. Like I just had to. So um in my I guess my mindset more back then was just like, oh, I have to, I have to, I have to. And now since I'm an adult and I don't have these obligations anymore, I mean, obviously it's just more so of my own willpower. No one's telling me to go to the gym. No one's like forcing me to do anything. Um but I mean, I definitely still have like passion and like motivation to work out. So I don't know. It's just, I think my mindset about it is just different now. I wouldn't say like there's lack of passion and motivation, but it's just different because I didn't have as many responsibilities back then as I do now. So there's just different priorities that I'm focusing on now as an adult.
Damn. Yeah. Um, well, I'm happy to hear you. You know, you still have the passion and motivation. Um, and I mean, yeah, kind of like you said. I mean, you've been doing it your whole life, so it's kind of second nature to, be fit or stay fit, and just make sure you what would you like exercise your body. So yeah, definitely. I know, yeah, balancing that or finding time to do it can definitely be tough when you got like all these things going on. So yeah, a little tough, but eventually you'll be able to find time, hopefully. So, what was the question again, though?
Do you have the same passion slash motivation for working out as you did before?
Ah, yes. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I've definitely had ups and downs with it. Uh, I even recently, like, I was just kind of going through the motions. I would just get my workout in, go home. It wasn't that hard or that serious, and yeah. But that was, maybe a few months ago. Uh, I'd say that passion has come back to me pretty hard. So I'm very excited about it. Like I mentioned earlier too, it's what I look forward to the most every day or at the moment, and it's kind of a great feeling to have, and happy that I'm still doing this. I've always had motivation. I was always extremely consistent, and even if I didn't feel very good, if I wasn't seeing much progress, I always went to the gym. I never skipped, or maybe every now and then, but mostly I went all the time. So I'm happy to still have the passion and the motivation. Yep.
That's good. I mean, that's good that you still have that passion and that motivation. It's it's good that you still have a drive to
Yeah,
keep going.
definitely.
Because there's a lot of people that don't, and it's honestly, it's sad. It's really sad to see people not want
Yes.
to take care of their health.
Right. And I don't know. I feel like what makes it worse is like, it's not just not going to the gym, but it's also, eating poorly and, stuffing your face full of Pop Tarts and this and that. Every now and then it's obviously cool. But, if you stay away from the gym and you're not eating very good, your health's gonna go low. I mean, it's gonna go down. And, I have a lot of family members, they're truckers, and they don't really move. They're sitting down for hours and eating junk, and it's like, damn, I'm just like, for their own, I'm worried for their health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, next question. How do you balance school, work, social life, and fitness?
How do you do it, Bianca? Tell us.
Um, I don't know. I mean, you just got to do it. You just have to set goals because there's definitely like different phases that I go through. I mean, like I don't sometimes like take summer classes, so maybe I'll have like a few months where I'm not going to school, but in this scenario with school, work, social life and fitness, um I mean, I just got to find time. Like it's a priority. It's a pretty high priority on my list, and it's something that I definitely don't ever want to put on the back burner. So, yeah, just I think just setting a goal beforehand of, okay, this is how many times a week that I want to be working out, or I want to work out for at least like this amount of time. That's how I would say I would. That's how I balance it. I mean, right now, I guess like what my goal is, how many times a week that do I want to work out is at least 3. I mean, 2 is like the very, very minimum, but I think for the most part, in terms of right now, I can do 3 times a week. I honestly don't know if I could do any more than 3 times a week just because it is hard. Um, but yeah, so that's what my goal is right now.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to hear you're still kind of able to fit it into your schedule, even if it's on the lower side or lower than you'd like it to be. Um, but you still find a way to get it in, and I'm always happy to hear. When I talk to strangers and they're like, yeah, I work and do this and that, but I still try to find time. I'll just come here real quick, do a good little workout, and head back home and knock out or whatever they have to do. But yeah, it's always good when people find a way to do it, because there's always a way. There's always frick. What did they say? Where there's a will, there's a way. So I stand by that, and yeah, so it's awesome to hear. Um, as for me, I'm both lucky and unlucky that I don't have like a job at the moment to take up most of my day. I do have school, um, but I always make sure. Well, even if I do have school, I always find I'll go earlier, like before school or after class. And when it comes to social life, there could be, if I'm invited to something, I'll go. I always hang out with my friends or whatever, but if I have to go to the gym earlier, I will. And when it comes to maintaining like a good diet while out and about, I mean, me personally, I don't have to worry about that, thankfully. But if you're super committed to your diet, if you're someone trying to lose weight, I'm sure you can find a way to stay locked in. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If there's a will, there's a way. And you just have to be really good at goal setting. You have to be disciplined. You have to have
Yeah, absolutely.
motivation and drive for it to want to work out, to be able to balance going to school, going to work, having a social life, and fitness. You just have to really be good at time management, is what it is. Um, and I definitely do think I'm pretty good at doing that for the most part. I mean, there are times or maybe there's weeks where I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted. Um, Especially right now since I've gone back to school, I'm genuinely been a little bit overwhelmed with trying to balance everything, but you just have to keep pushing, you have to keep going and maybe make some sacrifices right now for something that you want later. But yeah, that's what I would say about that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Next question. Do you work out to look good or to be healthy or both?
Ooh, okay. Um,
You could go.
Stepping in real quick. Yeah, yeah. Definitely to look good, unfortunately. Uh my diet right now, and all the things I take, there's no way I'm very healthy. Um, so I'm just kind of working out and I want to look good. Uh yeah, I mean, health does matter to me, and I'm never gonna go crazy and like endanger my health. So it's always what do you call it, to a certain extent, to a limit. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, I'm definitely working out to look good. Bottom line. What about you, Bianca?
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, like wanting to work out to look good. I mean, unless it's to the point where like now you're developing like body dysmorphia or something.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's both for me. I mean, I do genuinely just like want to be happy, but also I do care about what I look like. I mean, like I said earlier, or maybe I didn't say this earlier, but I just don't want to fall in the category of being really overweight or obese like most Americans. Like, it's just something that's just really sad. And I think also it says a lot about your character, and it's going to transfer into different aspects of your life. And I just think I wouldn't be as disciplined or motivated or have a lot of willpower if I didn't do it for being healthy and also for looks. So, um, yeah.
You know what? That's a super good point. I didn't even think about that, but I definitely agree with that. You know, when it comes to, developing discipline and willpower. What was the other thing you were talking about? It was like, shoot, it was after the statistic thing. The average American is overweight. There was something that came up to me. What was it? Discipline
Motivation,
for
willpower.
yeah, yeah. Well, whatever you said, I'm forgetting that the point I had, but definitely agree with that a lot because I think it's true. Oh, it being a reflection of you,
Mm-hmm.
you have if you have a nice body, it shows that you worked hard for it. You sacrificed um, time in your day or other things to have what you have. Sacrificed, certain foods you may like, whatever it is. You worked hard for it, so I think it definitely is a reflection of you and your character, and definitely builds discipline and other things that carry over into your life. So, absolutely.
Absolutely, 100%. And yeah, like you said, though, I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to look good. And also, like, I just want to put it out there that no, like, I am not fat phobic or anything. I just simply think that, I would like to live a long and healthy life. And
Yes.
I mean, you can't do that if you're obese and overweight.
Right, right. Absolutely.
Okay, next question. Are you happy with your current fitness level and look?
All right. So I'll go first. Yeah, with my current fitness level and how I look, I can't say I'm too happy about it. I've definitely made good improvement throughout the years, but I don't know. I just feel like for the amount of effort I've put into it, the discipline I've had, the devotion, and like I don't know, just yeah, the sheer effort I've put into it. I don't know. I kind of wish it matched up uh, to my current to how I look or my current numbers, and yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but I'm still gonna keep pushing. So that's what matters. But yeah, can't say I really am.
Exactly. You just gotta keep pushing. And I know we are our biggest critics. So, I mean, I think there's a point where we're just not really ever satisfied. I mean, I think we always
Yeah,
want more.
definitely. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm kind of glad you brought that up because I remember when I first started, besides looking like the rapper I talked about, I remember I was just like, you know what? I just want like a little bit of muscle definition and, just to, just have a little bump there. I don't want to be big or anything. And then, that quickly spirals as you finally get to that goal and you're like, oh, but I could use bigger shoulders. Oh, my chest is kind of, so yeah, we definitely aren't ever satisfied. And not to go on a rant, but, I also know that's why in the bodybuilding sphere, a lot of dudes get hooked on, taking stuff, more and more stuff, because they're never satisfied with what they got. You just want more and more. You just want to, you're like, oh man. And you compare yourself to other, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
100%. As far as for me, I mean, as of right now, I think I'm okay where I'm at. I know I'm pretty fit right now. I mean, of course, there's things that I'm not fully happy with, things that I can very much notice. But I mean, like, I'm not like too mad. Like, I think I'm doing pretty okay for like the amount of workload that I have. So, um, I'm just proud that I'm still going to the gym and trying to keep myself active and just trying to keep my heart healthy, Um, I mean, definitely, sometime in the future, I would like to have like my legs a little bit bigger. I just want to be like overall more muscular, honestly, just everywhere, and my waist more slimmer.
So, steroids?
What?
No steroids? Okay.
No, I don't want to die.
Ah, fair point. Fair point. I guess I could respect that.
Okay,
Um,
not die,
but
but
yeah.
I just don't want to do that to myself.
Oh, no, no, I know it's scary. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next?
Any advice for those starting out?
Ooh, do you have any advice for him?
My advice is that, okay, so I'm assuming if you're starting out, you don't have any clue what to do. Maybe you're somebody who could be a woman. I know for a lot of women, like a lot of them get scared and overwhelmed because they just don't know how to use something. Like they don't want to look stupid. And just the fear that there's just like nothing but men there, So I recommend getting a personal trainer or going with a friend that knows what they're doing, that can show you proper technique, how to use machines, how to use free weights, and to just want to take care of your health, just to be consistent and yeah, just have a good time with it is what I would say.
I second everything you said. But now I have to speak for the boys. Um, for anyone starting out, I would recommend personally just starting off slow. Make sure you're not overdoing it because you're going to get burnt out real quick. You start off slow and, you just kind of figure things out, talk to people. You could obviously go the personal trainer route. That could be fun too. Or bring a buddy. Uh, but yeah, definitely just start off slow, see what you like, see what you don't. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be overkill instantly. You're just starting out and you're figuring things out. And as you start seeing progress, you're gonna get excited and you're gonna want to keep going. And you just gotta. There's gonna be rough parts, and you're gonna have to push through it. But eventually, it all pays off. So, that's my advice.
Amen. That was actually good what you brought up because I was thinking in terms of someone who's young, and I just think that I don't know. I was just assuming maybe like they're not overweight, but if you're someone who is overweight or
Oh,
you're obese and you're just starting out and you have a really big goal to lose weight, like I said, is just being consistent because the way that I can explain this is kind of like is similar to like a runner's high, because at first like it takes time to get there and then you feel like this state of just like bliss, and that's kind of how it is like when you're starting out or if you haven't been working out for a long time. It's really hard in the beginning because you're just really sore and you're just like, man, this is really painful, and you probably feel a lot more exhausted when you're starting out just because you're not used to it. But there is a point where it's not going to feel like that. You're not going to be like as sore all the time as you were in the beginning, and it's going to feel easier as you get better. So just be consistent, be patient, and be kind to yourself in the process. Listen to your body. You don't want to hurt yourself either. So Obviously you probably know your body more than anybody else. So definitely listen to it. If you need a break, you need a break. Or if you need time to rest, then rest. Um, so that's also something else that I would say.
Yep, very facts. Consistency is definitely, definitely something you want to maintain. Just go a few times a week. You don't have to go 6 days a week off the bat. And yeah, definitely.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, this is our final question for the podcast today. What's next for you, fitness goals?
All right. I'll kick it off. Um, right now, what's next for me? I just really gotta blow up. I gotta uh, what is it called? Stuff my face. Just eat nonstop. This probably isn't good advice. Actually, no one listened to me, but yeah, just eat a whole bunch and push hard. And I've been doing that for since I got my passion back. And I honestly I feel like I've been noticing like some reinflation to maybe my old peaks, like when I feel like I was peak, right? So I'm just feeling really good and staying really on top of everything. Even my sleep schedule, which is something I've always struggled with, but I'm getting everything dialed in. Super motivated, and I just wanna get real. I just want to blow up. That's it. What about you, Bianca?
Well, I'm rooting for you. You can do it. You just
Thanks.
gotta be consistent and,
That's right.
just put in the work. But as far as for me, honestly, all I can think of right now is just being consistent. That's what's next for me. I mean, just keeping the same schedule that I have. Like, I really don't want to fall off or have like a time where I'm having lack of motivation. But I guess in terms of maybe later in the year when maybe I have more free time or I'm more acclimated to school, I really do want to compete. So I really hope that I can make that happen because one, like, it is expensive. Two, I mean, I definitely do think I could do it. Um, it's just obviously I need to make time. I need to be in a space where I'm fully committed, and this isn't something that I can just put on the back burner because I do want to compete. So if I'm going to compete, then I'm going to put in 110% and I'm going to give it my all. And I think it would also maybe bring back some old feelings of being in a space where I have to be competitive in a sense. So I think that might be fun to kind of relive. So, but of course in a different way. But yeah, that's what would be next for me. But I don't know how soon, but hopefully this year. If not this year, then for sure, hopefully next year.
Dude, well, that's really awesome. Honestly, I didn't know you still wanted to compete. So that's really awesome to hear, and I'm glad that you're gonna have to put 110% into that, and yeah, I'm sure you know what's gonna come with that, but definitely I'll be at your show with my pom poms on, cheering, and yeah, man, that's super cool.
I'm actually gonna cry. Would you come and see me?
Yes,
Oh, I'll really cry.
dude, well, that's sick, man.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Because I remember when I told my parents about it first, my dad was just kind of like, "What? Like, are you serious?" And I don't know, I thought he would react differently when I told him that. And I have some other friends. I think it's just because they're simply not educated about bodybuilding and they're kind of thinking more of the category of classic where the women look like men. So someone was like, "No, like don't do it, Bianca. You're not gonna look the same." And I was just so thrown off by that. So I've had definitely mixed reactions when I tell people that. But yeah, I mean, whenever that time comes, I'm I'm gonna be excited to perform, and I know that it'll all be worth it because it definitely is a rough journey.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be tough, but if you're really committed, I'm sure you can do it. And yeah, that's super sick, dude.
Yeah. Okay, now to wrap up the podcast, it is time for appreciation time.
Oh yeah.
So, Jerry, what is something that has happened to you this week that you're grateful or appreciative of?
Oh man, I always forget to think of something I'm uh grateful for.
Or I could go
Um,
first.
no, 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 no. I got it. I got it. I'm just happy that I'm able to I guess do the things I want to do. I guess right now with the whole fitness topic, I'm grateful that I can go to the gym every day mostly, and you know eat as much food as I really want to. A lot of people don't have these opportunities. They don't I don't want to say have it as easy as me, but yeah, like have access to what I have. And I'm just, I'm grateful to have what I have a home, even have food, have a family, uh, have a gym I can go to and I'm comfortable in, just all that. Just very grateful for that.
Amen. Okay, for me, what I am grateful for or appreciative is probably the pool at my school. I guess since we're talking about fitness, but I definitely was thinking about this still because it's getting a little bit warmer and my gym, or I guess like my gym outside of school, it does have a pool, but it's indoors. So it's nice that now I have a pool I can go to that is outdoors, and now I'm getting tan, and it just, I don't know, it kind of brings me back to when I used to swim back in the day because the pool that I did swim at was outdoors. And I don't know, I mean, it's just awesome. Like, it's refreshing and it just makes me feel energized. And I think I'm more happy about like the tanning part and that. Also, just like seeing like a body of water because actually today I went out there and I didn't go in the pool, but I was just doing homework out there outside, and it was honestly kind of nice. I mean, it was definitely like hot. It definitely was hot today, but like for a smidge of it, if it was cooler, I mean, it still would be nice just to look at the water, and it's just calming. So, um, yeah, the pool at my school. That's what I'm appreciative of.
That's rad.
That's rad. But thank you, Jerry, for being on today's podcast. I hope you
Of course, of
guys
course.
got to learn a little bit more in terms of our goals and just also how important it is to maintain your health, keep up with your health, and to want to live a healthy life.
Absolutely.
But
Alrighty then.
I'll talk to you later, and I hope you have a nice night. Is there anything you want to say to the podcast?
Yes, yes. So before I go, I'd like to, I want to remind everyone to drink their pre-workout, get a nice pump, and yeah, life is good. Talk to you later, Bianca.
Talk to you
Peace.
later. Okay, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I actually have been looking forward to this topic because I think for anybody who knows me in real life, I mean, as you can tell, fitness has always been a big part of my life, and I seriously cannot imagine what it would be like without it. And for everybody that is listening, I really, really, really stress that you work out, take care of your health, eat right. It's good for you mentally and physically. And I want you to live a long and healthy life. So I'm rooting for you. You can do it. If you really want it, you will put in the work. You can stay motivated. You can stay disciplined. You have willpower. You just have to want it. But, anyways, I will talk to you all again soon. I hope you have a very good morning, night, afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. And I will talk to you all again soon.